Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Rick. Um, Before I go ahead and get started, if you guys enjoy my videos, if you like the content on this channel, please hit that subscribe button down below and hit the bell for notifications so you can get notified every single time I put out a video where I talk about quotes to inspire, how to make money online, and sometimes genuinely about myself, like this one right here. Um, I kind of just wanted to talk about how things are going at Dell. I know it's been a while since I made like just a video concerning Dell, um, but I don't know. I just wanted. I've been very happy lately. Things have been going really well for me. Unfortunately, at the cost of somebody else's well-being, and I hope in the future he's doing well. But to start, since I got out of training, everything has kind of come to a halt. Um, a lot of my current sites and customers, they're kind of paranoid, so they don't really want a lot of us around. So most of us are only most of the time, unless it's concerning extreme IO equipment. It is. It is almost always guaranteed to only be one of us allowed on site. Now, Extreme IO is a whole different story. I'll talk about that here in a second. Um, but yeah, kind of a lot of things have come on hold. We're not doing shadowings anymore. I've pretty much, for all intents and purposes, been put on my own, and that's okay. I've actually been having a lot of fun doing that. I thought I was really scared at first when they canceled the shadowing programs because I thought I was going to get laid off. I was like, well, here it is, man. I'm about to get furloughed, and I'm freaking done. But it actually turns out that's not what they wanted. Instead, they put me on light work, and all they had me doing for a while was just hard drive replacements, um, because they didn't want to give me anything important. And since all the contractors since all the contracting work, I believe, has stopped, as far as I know, I'm not completely sure. But as far as I know, we're also having less contractors out now, so they're throwing a lot of the basic stuff at us again. So I've been doing a lot of hard drive replacements, but recently I've actually been called in to do some major projects, and do some I'm sorry, losing my words. Do some installs as well. I've already installed Isilon. I've already installed IDPA. I've already installed what was it? Data domain, Power Protect. Uh, what else? A couple of, like 8 Cisco switches. So it's been a great experience, and I've really enjoyed it. Now, unfortunately, I've gotten a lot busier. um, it's been a little frantic now, because over last weekend, my mentor, the mentor who I was shadowing and who would occasionally come and help me out with jobs since I'd been put on my own, um, had come into contact with someone with COVID. His wife, I think she works in military hospitals. So since she came into contact with someone with COVID, they've been tested. Tests haven't come back. Haven't come back yet, I don't believe. But he's basically been quarantined. And luckily, I had no contact with him because this was over the weekend. But yeah, he's been quarantined for now, so I'm having to pick up all of the projects and stuff that he was going to be doing, mostly because the customers are not familiar with me. So when my boss and my mentor, they constantly throw my name out there when the customers are asking for projects to be done or for corrective maintenance to be done, because they want to put my name out there, and I occasionally have to chirp in myself. And if it's something that I haven't seen them say something on, then I'll be like, hey, I'll take care of it if you want. It's it's been kind of weird. Like, I'm kind of an introverted shell person. I mean, yes, I do have friends, but I hang out with my friends mostly in my apartment or their house, or my house, or whatever. Like, I'm never really going out like socially. I have a bunch of nerds for friends. We play D&D and Magic the Gathering, so it's not it's not like I'm out and about meeting random people. Um, but yeah, it's been just weird because I've had to put myself out there and I've had to talk to customers and do all that, which I'm used to doing because I've also been in customer service for more than 10 years. So I'm used to kind of doing that stuff, but it's a little, it's not something I get to do every day anymore because a lot of the times I just get told, hey, go replace this hard drive and, come back, come back to us when you're done with that. However, things even though I am getting signed up for a lot of projects, like today, like this coming week, I got a couple of configurations to do and some log gatherings, but that's about it. It's looking like it's going to be a pretty slow week, and I have had quite a few slow weeks where I'm pretty much just stuck at home, learning. Learning about different products, getting ready to take some certification tests. I'm going to be taking a couple of tests in June, where I'm going to be taking my certification for hybrid cloud infrastructure, and I'm also going to be once I get certified in that, I'm going to be I'm going to be studying and taking a course to get specialized in Dell's VxRail product family. So I'm still quite busy. Work is still keeping me quite busy, and I'm very blessed, and I'm very thankful. Sorry, I'm very thankful that my job is still allowing me to work even when I'm not doing tasks. That really does help me put confidence. Now, my boss has told me that I still should be aware. I can be furloughed. I can be laid off. He's like, they won't lay you off. They won't fire you. He's like, they're definitely probably just going to get a furlough. And that's it. But you could be without work for some time, so just still be prepared for that. And I said, okay, I'm saving money, I'm getting myself ready. So I'm still, we're still on the break, we're still on the not the cusp. It's not like it's gonna happen for sure, but we're still in like a warning state, like a yellow zone. Where I just really need to, be mindful of the fact that it may happen, especially if things continue and people are still losing money, of course, with everything going with the virus and current events. It's bound to happen. So always be prepared. If there's anything I could impart from this video, any knowledge I could impart is always be prepared. Don't over prepare because then you'll seem crazy. But don't not prepare at all. So please prepare as much as possible. But don't go crazy with it. Just always keep enough money in your bank account to make sure that you can cover bills for at least 3 to 4 months. That way you have time to look for a job. But so far everything's been going well. I'm really appreciating it. I'm appreciating everything that I'm learning. Both my mentors have been really great guys. They really try to put me out there for the work. They're thinking that in a couple of months, or maybe in a few more months, they're going to be telling my boss that I'll be good to be on my own, that I won't need so much supervision. I'm already on my own troop technically, but I won't need so much supervision that I'll be that my mentors will have to come to my jobs with me still on some occasions. Yeah, so that's how it's going so far. Oh, the reason why it matters if it's an extreme IO case is because by a mandatory effect of Dell, 2 techs are required to work on extreme IO equipment. So there have been a couple of jobs. We have had a lot of UPS failures. We've had a couple of BBU replacements. And we've had a couple of hard drive replacements. Even hard drive replacements, you still need 2 people. Like the 4 hard drive replacements I've had to do, two or four, I can't remember. 2 or 4. I had to have somebody with me, just watching me replace a hard drive, making sure I wasn't fucking up. It was horrible, but it was fun. the guy, my second mentor, who doesn't have any problems, he's still working. He's a dedicated FedEx guy though. So me and my other mentor, we do all the rest of the area. Like when I went to Salida last Thursday, that was great. That was a great trip, by the way. That was a beautiful, beautiful drive from Colorado Springs to Salida. I ended the first way I took Route 50, and the second way I took Route 24, and both very, very, very beautiful drives. You can see the mountain ranges and everything. But I went down to I went down to Salida for a hard drive replacement, and I just wasn't expecting that. I was like, it was a UPS data center, and I was like, wow, we have servers in a data center for UPS, and they're like, oh yeah. This is like, why in Salida though? I was just like, why in Salida? So it was far. It was like 2.5, 3 hours drive, but it was really worth it. It really was. I took my dog with me. It was going to be a long day. I was gone for almost 10 hours because we had some difficulties with the hard drive replacement. And the one thing that I didn't know that I would still have to do while I was at Dell was I still have to call tech support. Like that was the weirdest hard drive replacement I had, because so for this server, it wasn't I believe it wasn't really in or it was in production, but they had taken it out of production, but they hadn't turned off the node that I was going to be replacing the hard drive on, which is what you have to do with this certain with VxRail. So I so I had to literally call Windows tech support and have a dude, I think he was in Washington. He had to have a dude in Washington turn off the server for me, wait, and so turn off the server for me, and and acknowledge the hard drive that had to be replaced, because the notes were written confusingly. I couldn't tell which one it was, so we had to have that confirmed. So what I did was call him up, had him turn off the node, replace the hard drive, and turn it back on. So the gap the gap where I called them and they turned off the node took an hour and a half. Replace the hard drive took all of 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And then it took another 2 hours because they had some issue. I don't know what it was. It took another 2 hours for them to turn the node back, for them to know to get the node back on. Because once they restarted it, once they turned the node back on, a bunch of errors came up in their network. And I was like, dude, I ain't touched nothing. That's on you guys. So he was like, yeah, it's not your fault. Don't worry about it. We got it from here. Hard drives replaced. Have a good day. And I was like, okay. Before the fire gets worse, because I could smell the fire at this point. I could really smell the fire. I was like, before the fire gets worse, I'm gonna get out of here. I got a 3-hour drive to do. And I just bounced, and it was great. And I had a great drive back home. Me and my puppy, we stopped for hamburgers at a town that was literally along Route 24. It was like just a small town. There was a burger shop, and I was like, let's stop there. So we stopped there, grabbed lunch. We had to stop a couple times. I had to stop a couple times, let her potty, because she's been having some stomach issues. But I had a great drive, and it was fun. But that's how it's been going so far for my life at Dell. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my stories and enjoyed listening to me talk. Yeah, that's all I got. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.